Hello and welcome to the Secure Analytics Detections demo series presented by the Secure Analytics Technical Marketing Engineering team. Today's presentation is an introduction to our Detections demo video series. Let's start by talking about the purpose of this series. Our researchers work hard investigating attacks and then building out and validating observations and alerts. And we want to be able to demonstrate those detections in action and prove to you that everything works the way that we describe it. We want to paint a whole picture and help explain the detections out and give you all the information you need to know in order to understand those alerts. We also want to provide you with additional context. So maybe why is an attacker taking a particular action, or other things to take into consideration, like something maybe just being a simple misconfiguration rather than something being malicious. We want to show you real-world examples of attacks that might take place in your environment in our demos, and we also want to give you information to maybe help you test your own instance out. So maybe you'll work with your security engineering team on a particular use case that you have a concern about in your enterprise. All of our detections demo videos are going to follow this format. We're going to start off with an alert introduction. Then we're going to move into an actual attack demo. Then we're going to show you the detection from when the alert actually fires. And we're going to wrap up the video with the mapping to the Mitre attack framework. All the videos start with an alert introduction. We're going to provide a full description of the alert. We're going to talk about the observation that's used for the alert. Think of the observation as being a notable fact about a conversation or action that took place. We're then going to apply logic to those observations so that they roll up and actually fire the alert. We're going to discuss the required telemetry type. So does this alert require NetFlow or some type of log from a cloud provider in order for it to actually fire? We're going to look at the baseline history requirements. So the good news is most of our alerts do not require any type of a baseline in order to fire, but we do have certain alerts that do require some form of a baseline, such as looking for geographically unusual activity or looking for some type of a traffic spike. We need that baseline in order to say that something is anomalous. We're then going to give you the next steps for remediation advice. So should the alert fired, we're going to go through and tell you what you should do next. And we're also going to cover other relevant details to help you understand the alert. Now, these other relevant details may not necessarily make the most sense to cover them at the introduction. It might make sense to cover them during the actual attack or during the detection phase. So we're going to include those details at the most logical point in the video. Next, we show you an attack demo. The goal here is to show real-world examples of this attack taking place. Maybe we're executing commands on a command line, we're using some well-known attack tool, we log into a system and change a configuration, we kick off a script, or we just perform some type of action on the host or on the network to go through and actually trigger the alert. Now, when I say attack here, one thing you've got to keep in mind is that this could be from an external threat actor. It could be from some form of an internal threat, like a disgruntled employee, or it could be something as simple as an unintentional misconfiguration that can go through and trigger the alert. So we'll call those things out in the videos where appropriate. After the attack demo, we show you the actual detection. So we're going to show you where the alert has fired. We're going to drill into that alert and walk through the different sections of the alert. So the alert type details, the alert rule details, and the supporting observations. During that walkthrough, we're going to point out the critical alert details, including the Mitre attack framework mapping, and also review the supporting observations. The last section of the video will cover the mapping to the very popular Mitre attack framework. Greater than 90% of our alerts are mapped to the Mitre attack framework, And we're going to go through and show you those mappings to the tactic category and the specific technique, and we'll discuss those a little bit as well and tell you how the alert actually maps over. I've got an example down here at the bottom. We would provide you with the tactic category. In this case, it's initial access, and provide you with a link to Mitre if you want to learn more about that tactic, as well as a technique, in this case, valid accounts, and also have a link to Mitre to learn more about the valid accounts technique. Thank you for attending today's Secure Analytics Detections Demo Introduction. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good day.